Hey, this is Judah Mantel for SceneForge Studio, and in this video I'm going to go over version 0.8.0. It has a couple bug fixes to things that were kind of minor annoyances in the past that kind of got progressively worse as new features were added, but now for the most part they're fixed and are much more intuitive, specifically relating to timeline controls that I'm pretty excited about, so let's jump right in. So I have this scene here with a character just standing around and this cube that's moving along the timeline. Now previously, it was kind of struggling to play back animations from anywhere on the timeline. So in order to actually see that animation, you have to go to the beginning and play it. Now it's much more flexible and you can start from anywhere and it's accurately going to move to those keyframes. Very happy with that. Again, it's a minor fix, but it's one that will improve your workflow overall. Next, we have camera motion recording. So I'm controlling this camera here with my mouse. Of course, you can do this with the mobile app as well. And I'm currently setting the recording mode to only motion, just for simplicity's sake here. And previously, if I were to record motion, it would kind of get conflicted between the play timeline and record, as well as the motion you're recording. So for example, I'm going to bring this all the way to 0. And I'm going to turn on play timeline on record, so I actually see this cube coming into the frame. And I'm going to start from 0 and click record, and I'm going to move the camera in on the cube as it kind of starts moving. So now we have a bunch of keyframes that have that motion baked in. Now before, it would also just kind of place the keyframes at the end of the timeline and you have to reposition them. That was really annoying, and you don't have to do that anymore. It'll start adding the keyframes from wherever the playhead is. So once I have this that I'm happy with, if I want to go over here and I want to start recording some more motion, I can do that, and it will add those from that point on, interpolating the motion between these 2 points. Additionally, if I were to, let's say, delete these, and I'm going to add another keyframe here, if I were to move the playhead before the last keyframe on the video camera or the free camera track, and I begin recording, it'll actually clear out the existing keyframes and apply the new ones to that point, just to keep it as flexible as possible and as intuitive as you'd expect as you're recording keyframes. Now, another small quirk was that if you switch for the recording mode to real time, it wouldn't record a camera's motion at all. It would kind of just ignore what you have there because it expects you to be recording the motion separately using the mobile camera or whatever. And that wasn't ideal for those who want to use the real-time recording as a faster alternative, or potentially faster, to the offline rendering system. So now that it's fixed, so as long as you don't record any new motion on the timeline track, it'll just play back what you have already. So you can see, if I go over here and click record, it'll just play that back, hands off, and if I have real-time record enabled, it'll save that as your video file, which is very handy. So those are the minor improvements. There have been some other changes to certain menus and things that just streamline the process overall. So for example, if I edit the compositing and go to live camera and set up the live camera, it'll be a lot more straightforward. Right now I only have one webcam attached, so it's not going to work, but you'll see text is improved and other things like that just improve performance across the board. You'll see the editor runs much faster. Importing objects using the import menu is also much speedier and much faster, and things like that. So if you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.